Hello and welcome to the Tiny Vet Podcast with me, Dr. Nicole, veterinarian, and my partner,
comedian Jez Watts. This is not part of the intro I wrote, but I just wanted to mention that you do this little thing right before we start recording the episode, which is very similar to the penguins that we visited, where they just go... where they shoot out a little bit of like salt or whatever from their nose, but you're just like, all right, I'm getting ready to talk for several minutes,
I've got to
and you got to just remove some space from inside. Of you.
I had a caller. He has moved to a different clinic, but I miss him dearly. Hello, Harry, if you're listening, I do miss you. He turned to me once and he goes, "You know that thing you do? It's like those lizards that live in the ocean." I'm like,
yes.
The marine iguanas. He's like, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, I have very bad sinus issues, Harry.
Man,
I am sorry.
You have such a hard time breathing. Anyway, speaking about my own issues, I don't have cancer. Hooray! I had a strange lump that we thought might be cancer after a couple rounds of investigation, but now we know it is officially not, so I can keep putting off the final edit of my special because I'll live forever with no money in poverty and have a partner that's mad about that. Anyway, hello, what are we talking about today, my love?
Well, I'm still completely astounded that they forgot to do the contrast scan.
Oh yeah, I just yes,
astounded.
I did we did like an ultrasound, and at that point I wasn't really worried. We did an initial investigation 4 months ago.
I did do a fine needle aspirate on it.
Yes, where she jabbed me with a needle and then looked at the fluids.
I didn't see anything concerning.
Just eyeballed it or whatever. She was like, "Oh, this is fine." And then several months went by, and then I asked my GP, and she was like, "No, we should do more proper investigations." And so then we did ultrasound, and then at that point, no one was worried. But then after the ultrasound, then there was some worry, and then we started making plans as if it may be cancer, and then we did a CT scan, and then the CT scan, they didn't inject me with anything. They should have injected me.
Yeah, he came home and I was like, "How was the contrast? Because it feels funny." And he was like, "I didn't do it." I went, "What?"
Anyway, I had to drive back the same day to do it. The real takeaway here is I don't have cancer. So now I don't know how to promote my special. But anyway, I'm going to live, which is good.
Yeah.
But the bad thing is... The bad thing is that I have to keep paying rent.
Don't we all?
Yes.
That is the curse of our generation.
Indeed. What are we talking about today, my love?
What to do if you find wildlife.
Oh, yes.
So I've had a recent
incident. Yes.
That was strange and off-putting.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm assuming you're going to get into this, but yeah, I've had... friends of mine be very reluctant to surrender animals to vets because they are of the assumption, and sometimes it's based in reality, that if they surrender the animal may be killed.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
There is one cardinal rule for wildlife, and is, will this animal be releasable to the wild?
Yeah.
They are... One thing that I'm very... passionate about is that they're not pets.
Yes.
And the hard part is that they're cute and they act like pets until they become adults, as you've seen with our little
like
possums.
like baby anything.
They're cute, they're charming, but they will not stay tame.
Yeah.
And a lot of times as well, members of the public, even members of the public that have experience with their own pets and domestic animals, are not equipped to raise these things.
Yeah.
So first of all, even like the supplies I get, so I have species-specific milk formulas for about 3 to 4 different species that I just keep on hand.
Yeah.
And for a lot of our native species, the marsupials, we have 2 different types of or sometimes 3, depending on the life stage of the animal.
Yeah.
So it's actually, and you can't just go to a shop and get these. Like, they don't sell them in pet stores. I get them directly from a veterinary wholesaler.
Yeah, sure.
So it's not something that you can go, I'll just go to the pet store and get.
Yeah, various boxes of
milk.
Yes, like milk solids or whatever that I guess you mix up. Right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. And, there are definitely like dog and cat milks like at pet stores, and those are not suitable at all. But the thing is, never ever attempt to do it yourself.
Yep.
Because, okay, you bring it into the clinic, the vet says that they may euthanize it because it may be so unwell that it cannot be rehabbed.
Or like an invasive species.
Or an invasive species.
I think the really tricky part of the invasive species thing, it's sort of like how if you get meat from the store, you don't think about the process behind it, and you go, oh, I don't kill animals, I just buy the meat. But it's like the invasive species thing is like, yeah, killing this would maybe save 10 animal lives or whatever.
Exactly.
Like killing this one.
Yeah.
And it's like, but this is the one that's in your house that you have like personified or whatever. That you go, oh well, I don't want to kill this one, but it's like. Actually, maybe that is a bird that goes and pushes eggs out of nests.
Exactly. So when I used to work
tricky, I think.
I used to work in Western Australia, where rainbow lorikeets, a type of parrot, small parrot, that lives in flocks, are not native.
Yeah.
But we have our really beautiful, unique black cockatoos that are native.
Yeah.
And the invasive ones share the same nest hollows as black cockatoos, but because they come in huge flocks and they're very aggressive, whereas our black cockatoos are quite a gentle, non-confrontational species.
Okay.
We do have them getting pushed out of their breeding hollows by these parrots.
Yeah, so I'm the black cockatoo, you're the parrot. In the way that we approach driving.
But what I used to do is that we had to euthanize them.
Yeah.
And that's where people got really upset because they're healthy birds. But I'm not visualizing, the dead lorikeet. I'm visualizing, this may mean that we have 2 or 3 extra black cockatoo chicks this year.
Yeah, of course.
So that's, I think, and that's a very conservation, wildlife medicine thing where you are always trying to step back and look at the big picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only time where you only get that invested into individuals is for those species where there are hundreds of individuals. So the kakapo.
Okay.
Where they all have names because there are so few of them that you kind of just name all of them.
Yeah, okay.
But otherwise, we are really looking at it in an ecosystem and a general population.
Yeah.
Mindset. So yeah, never attempt to do it yourself.
Yep.
Because, and I actually have never seen the opposite happen.
What do you mean?
I've never seen a wild animal or heard of a wild animal that was taken in by a member of the public with little to no training and made it.
Right.
They come into the clinic dying, broken bones because they haven't been fed properly, pneumonia, everything. So. Yes, the vet may euthanize it, but if you take it home to yourself, and I know this sounds very mean, you are going to kill it slowly.
Yeah, I think...
I have never, ever seen an exception to that.
That's also... Yeah, I think that's for non-vets, I think. That's also a really hard thing to wrap your head around where... Like, the nicest thing being to gently kill something.
Yes.
To kill an animal.
Yes.
It's like that... I think is really hard to process. That's just a person who's not a trained vet. But yeah, it's that thing of like, oh, well, there'll be an excruciating pain that is increasing for ages and then they will still be dead is something that a vet knows enough about it, has enough experience and training to go, I can see the path of this. It's going to end in a terrible death, and so I'll give it a gentle one. And it's like, it just fucking sucks.
It sucks, yeah.
That's part of why being a vet's so hard, is having to make those calls, having to execute on them. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not nice, but yeah, you're always looking at, well, what's the end point here?
Yeah.
And, to be fair, like when I teach students and always, I go, fractures in wildlife, poor prognosis, always strongly consider euthanasia. And I broke that rule myself because I wanted to save the animal.
Yep.
But also I have the experience to make that decision and I have the contacts to be able to place this animal in care that can facilitate the pain relief, monitoring, and rapid euthanasia if required, if it doesn't go according to plan.
Yeah, like we can give this a shot and then also be set up if it has to go the other way.
Yes, so I had a 5-kilogram Joey Eastern Grey kangaroo brought into the clinic by what I do think is a member of the public. They claimed that they were a wildlife carer. I don't think they are. And actually, I should have asked them for their authorization number. Because I don't think they had one. And the kangaroo actually did have a minimally displaced, fairly stable fracture.
Okay.
And like the poor little guy, like he just felt so, he's dehydrated, rehydrated.
How old do you think?
So 5 kilos, so about 8 to 12 months ish, and like he was so dehydrated, I couldn't get a vein. which has to be very dehydrated.
Yeah.
And I nursed him, brought his temperature back out, all that. And then when I finally had time to radiograph him, I went, shit. Yeah. And he's got the fracture. And then by then, like, I'm going, I'm going to euthanize him. But got in touch with my shelter coordinator and manager, who is also a vet nurse and a very good wildlife vet nurse and regular vet nurse. And she works at a hospital where she can do the repeat radiographs, get the pain relief and everything needed.
Right.
And I went, hey, what do you think? And she goes, if you can splint it, look, we'll give him a chance. But we're doing this in a very realistic manner.
Realistic manner? What do you mean?
If he doesn't improve in the next 48 hours, we are going to have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so brutal.
But he's you know, he was on methadone. I gave him 2 doses of methadone while we were in the clinic.
Well, I guess it's not all bad then.
But, you know, that's the level of discomfort we're dealing with when we're going, he needs methadone.
Yeah.
And let's say that member of the public, because the member of the public came in abusing my receptionist.
Yep.
I actually had to call the police on them.
Yeah.
Demanding to get the Joey back. But even if they were a wildlife carer.
But so do you think their motivation was so they left and then come back?
They left and came back.
Do you think like they went home and someone said to them, oh, they're going to kill that kangaroo? And they went, well, I don't want it to die. I'm going to come back there. And
Maybe,
I'm
but
get it
also
back.
I told my receptionist, hey, let them know that one of the vets here is a wildlife carer.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's going to, you know, put their mind at ease where we're going to try and do everything possible.
Because to me, it sounds like they went away. Someone said something to them. That's why they came back.
But also, that's also a case where I wouldn't put it with any carer.
Yeah. It's like a tricky situation.
Exactly. This does, if there wasn't a carer with vet nursing experience available, I probably would have euthanized him.
Yeah.
Or he would have come home and I would have done it for him.
We have had, young kangaroos here before.
Oh, they were cute.
Actually, not in this apartment, I think.
No. In an old apartment we have.
Place, yeah.
A
friend of mine, a comedian, Rose Bishop, she grew up like in the country in Western Australia, and when she was sort of a young teenager, they had a Joey. Who, I think maybe it was something where like it was the mother was hit by a car or something, and they like found it in the pouch. But then the Joey and her both sort of started going through their process of becoming adults at similar time, and then the Joey started to get very sort of territorial about other male figures coming around. So like, you know, she was sort of having an issue as a teenager being like, oh, how are you doing? It's like, oh, you know, just my adopted kangaroo brother wants to fuck me. So it's pretty tough.
They're not domesticated animals.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think he went back to the wild or something. But
so what we do, like full disclosure, they come in, we assess them, and unfortunately most of them have catastrophic injuries.
Yeah.
And like there's some of them where they're so badly injured, I can't euthanize them fast enough.
Yeah.
Like if you think about this, like I'm like, sweet Jesus, this thing needs to be unconscious as quickly as possible.
Good thing I didn't have cancer. You finally would have an excuse.
Yeah, but you know, some of them, the injuries are just so horrific.
Yeah,
that it's like, no, I need to end the suffering straight away.
Yep.
And if you know they're okay, then they do get some form of treatment. And what's the most important thing for treatment is pain relief.
Yep.
And a regular member of the public can't do that.
Yep.
Like the drugs I'm giving these things, you cannot get over the counter or any. And even then, like, how are you gonna know how to dose it?
Yeah.
You know, and pain relief is just so important for some of these guys. Even if they're just a bit banged up, they've bruised or whatever, it still really hurts.
Yeah.
And if, you know, they go well with initial treatment, the pain relief, rehydration therapy, then they'll go to a carer.
Yep.
Like, we almost never euthanize them because we cannot be bothered.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, the only times I can think...
I'm sure that's true. There are, as much as I do respect the veterinary profession, there are people who maybe don't care as much.
Maybe don't, but also
within the industry,
they may not.
It does exist.
It does exist, but also maybe they don't have the network I have with carers.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they're going, well, we've tried, we can't find anyone. The thing's been here for 24 hours. It's stressed out of its little mind.
Yeah.
We may have to euthanize it because we can't find a carer. And the other thing as well, so carers, it's 2 to 3.
If someone wants to be a carer, what's the process?
2 to 3 years of training for members of the public.
Yeah, right.
So it's intense.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be like apprenticed under like an existing carer already. And the work that goes into it, the rehab to release this animal to the wild may take weeks, may take years.
Yeah.
To get to release, especially for our kangaroos, our wombats, our largest species can take a long time.
Yeah.
And one thing that I found really interesting, so I have my baby possums, and I had a vet nurse in my clinic and a vet at my clinic go, oh, can we try and feed one? And I gave them my easiest feeder, the one that was feed the best. They couldn't do it.
You're
and that made me go, oh, actually, this is a really specific skill.
You're very good at
that you do need that
baby
extra
possums, I gotta
training
say.
for. And that made me go, well, these are members of the industry.
Yeah.
Like, in the nicest way possible, members of the public have no hope.
Yeah.
And if you want to do it, it's great that you want to help. Go through the proper avenues.
Yeah.
You'll get there eventually, and then you can help. But yeah, it's something that weighs on me a lot because you hear of them and you see them come in, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, the suffering. Yeah, that was lighthearted and fun.
Yeah. The big takeaway of this episode, as with many episodes,
We
is
are a plague.
trust your fucking vets.
Yeah, like we're not like I don't think anyone enjoys euthanizing things. You know, we're always like it's the best option.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, whenever I have to go down, you'll enjoy that.
The Tiny Vet Podcast is independently produced.
To support us, go to patreon.com/tinyvetpod. Please like and subscribe. Hug your pets!